Hi everyone, I wanted to take a moment today to discuss technology use in schools and things that are on the horizon after reading the new Media and Consortium report, Horizon reports for K through 12 and higher ed from the 2017 reports. One of the things that were discussed was barriers. One of the largest barriers for both systems is getting the school systems and the administration to adopt a culture of innovation that also allows adapting their traditional learning models. This is a huge task in getting them to get on board or buy in or interested in changing their models. In the report, Freeman, Adams, Cummins, Davis, Hall, 2017, reported that this kind of change starts at the top and moves throughout the rest of the school system systematically, eventually contributing to a mindset that is based on challenging students to take the initiative with how deep they go into learning a specific area of interest. That seems to be a large barrier and probably the starting place. Some other barriers that I noticed was on the teaching side. I do believe that teachers want the absolute best information and resources available to themselves and their class and their content for their students. Sometimes there is a lack of training, professional development, or technology fluency that makes them hesitant to adopt these resources. Another factor of that is many educators have taught for a while, have seen technology fads come through that were not what was needed for their students. So I think that they have opinions and experience to base their thoughts on. So they definitely need to be a part of the process when administration is looking at adapting their models. One of the big parts with that, though, is sometimes there are such budget restraints that even if the teacher is very supportive of a new technology model or resource, it may not be possible for their system. And there's not a lot that an educator can do for the budgeting purposes except for try to support and give information to the administration. A huge barrier also was the socioeconomic barriers and digital equity of getting those resources out nationwide. I live in a very rural area, so that was a barrier that I understood very well. Many students in our service area do not have internet in their homes, both because of their socioeconomic barrier, but also their physical location. Many providers in our area cannot get internet access to the entire region. It's just not possible. Another barrier to truly integrating technology is creating and measuring authentic learning experiences in K through 12 and higher ed centers. I was recently at the National Council for State Authorization Reciprocity Agreements in Virginia. This was a hot topic. How are we authenticating their learning environments, their learning experiences? How are we measuring quality? How are we going to continue to do that? So I definitely think some more support and resources and guides on creating the authentic quality learning experiences coming in the future. In the next 5 to 10 years, I feel like K through 12 and higher ed systems will move towards a more student learning model that allows for more inter and multidisciplinary collaboration. I think technology will facilitate a lot of collaboration and break down some barriers in between content. In the report itself, Freeman, Adams, Cummins, Davis, and Hall reported that no matter how useful and pervasive a technology is, students will always need guides, mentors, coaches to help them navigate projects, generate meaning, and develop lifelong learning habits. School cultures must encourage, reward, and scale effective teaching practices. That goes back to one of the barriers of professional development and training. So I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we will see a lot of support and more opportunities for growth in this area. And that will just continue to support the collaboration between disciplinary groups and administrators. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you found this information useful.